Advice for young men. If you're a young man and you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to be happier, you're trying to be more successful, you're trying to make more money, you're trying to be in better shape, you're trying to have a better dating life, then welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here. Main takeaway for you is that things are going to get better as you age. That's the joy and beauty of being a man. We're going to talk a little bit about what it means to be a man. This picture from yesterday, we took the whole farm crew and plus some various people from the community up in this military restricted area, Makua Valley, hiked around. There's a bunch of unexploded bombs and stuff back here, so it's not open to the public, but twice a week they open it up. So it's a pretty cool hike back there. And I was thinking about how my life's definitely not perfect right now, but it's way better than when I was a young man. And a lot of the reason that it's better now is because I've aged. I've just gotten older. I've matured. My body has matured. My mind has matured. I have more experience. And it's just something about being a man. So things that you should know about being a man. One thing, nobody will tell you this, but there's a lot more of you when you're young than women. We're born at about 105 men per 100 women. We die off sooner because we do dumb, risky shit and our bodies break down, which is kind of the way that it works. Those are facts, actually. People get mad about that. You can check the world census and see that that is true. So in the world, you say, oh, what's only 5 per 100? Well, it's like, you know, for every 50 couples, there's going to be 5 lonely dudes. That's a lot when you're in cities. So there's millions and millions and millions, 20 to 40 million extra men in the mating age. So that's, we say, well, I thought there was more women than men. Well, there are more women because men die off sooner, but that's weighted towards older people. So the ramifications of that are you have to stand out, and also there's just going to be extra of you, especially when you're young. No one's going to come looking for you. You're going to have to wait till you're older to rise above, possibly, which is why the average age difference between mates, the men tend to be older, 2 to 5 years, depending on the culture, can be less, can be more. And you're going to have to wait. And that is not just females, but money, your earning capacity tends to increase and peak around 40, 50. That's a beautiful thing about being a man. Is you're physically you mature 20, 30, 40 even. So you have a lot to look forward to. And I think the important thing to approach in your teens and early 20s, especially early 20s, is to position yourself for your late 20s, early 30s, and later on. And not to set yourself, sacrifice those years because you want to have good years too, but just realize there's only so much you can do with those years. I mean, you can be a rock star, you can be a rap star, you can be a pro athlete, but in any society, young men are not the highest of the social hierarchy. Young women can be, but the older men. So if you want to position yourself, wait a little bit and position yourself so that you're gonna rise and come out of it and later on in a top position. You won't notice it as much in high school because the high school is kind of its own world and people are doing a lot of age dating. And then college, there's a little bit more of that, but when you get out of college, you'll notice that you're kind of on your own a lot more, and there's new rules that are in place. So you want to spend this time, one, working on your body is probably the most important thing. You want to be physically healthy and vigorous and energetic and virile, and you have to take care of your body, work out, try to prioritize having an active, healthy lifestyle, and eat good food, spend good money on good food. That's really important especially during this period, because a lot of it you're thinking you want to create a difference between you and the average dude, because again, there's extra of you. So if you're average, if you're below average, you're just fucked as a man. But if you're average, you may be fucked as well, or not fucked, right? So you need to rise above, and one of the ways that you can create an edge, a compounding edge, is become healthier. It's not that hard to be healthy when you're 18, but over time, if you want to be a very, very healthy 30 compared to the average 30. And if you prioritize health every day, it'll compound. Suddenly you're extremely handsome stud when you were more average when you're 18. just because other people are declining, they didn't prioritize. So you want to position yourself so you're extremely good looking. And it's not about being good looking, but extremely healthy, energy. You want to feel good, right? That's the important thing. Good looking, but good feeling is way more important. But, you know, other people will perceive it as being good looking. For money as well. So, yeah, it's okay to... Basically, you want to look down the road when it comes to money. That doesn't mean take a secure job that's going to pay you and give you retirement. And you can take a few risks here and there. You want a job that's fun, but you want something that you can is going to automate later on, or some really valuable skills that'll become valuable later on, and doing something that you enjoy and something that fits into a cool life, so that you have a cool profession that you enjoy, that you like. Other people will see your passion, and you'll have money for yourself to pay for your good food in your life, and you'll be able to share and help other people out. So, your early 20s, you're probably not going to be balling that much. You're going to be starting out, but you want to make sure you're going down a road that's leading you towards an attractive place, an attractive future, right? If it's a dead end, then fuck it. You start grinding on something else immediately. And I recommend grinding on other things. Early 20s is the best possible time to have side hustles for men, especially, because, I mean, you're gonna have fun weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, but if you spend a lot of those on setting up your side hustle, you'll have a much more fun life later on in your mid, late 20s, 30s, and beyond. So you wanna, and the side hustle doesn't need to be like flipping on eBay or stuff like that, but something that is cool, that you like, that's gonna could be a main career, or give you good return on money for time, allow you some more freedom later on. That's important, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's my suggestion for work. As far as relationships, you always want to be talking to people and interacting with people and leveling up your skills and so on. One thing to realize culturally is that norm of like finding your mate in your early 20s and getting married for like parents and parents' generation. That's probably not what we're gonna see in our generation. It's definitely not what we're seeing. Early 20s, you always want to be putting yourself out there, and it's good to be dating, but just realize that that's going to get better. And now's a fine time if you're going to cut something out, or like wait, or put that on hold for a bit. I think that's a totally reasonable thing to do, because you're going to improve considerably in the next 10 years. Your options will improve considerably. You want to be in a position where you can capitalize, because you're socially skilled, so you want to work on your social skills. But just realize that things are going to get better, and it's not a big deal if you struggle. And it was, you know, easy in high school, easy in college, all of a sudden it's hard. Well, the rules have changed, the game have changed. It's part of being a young man. You can wait it out, and things will get a lot better in not that long if you position yourself. And I mean, you can have an incredible life as a man, a long peak. It's awesome, you know, women as well. And it's not just all about being good looking and beautiful, but women peak a lot earlier for that sort of a thing and have more of a short-term glory power, whilst men tend to have a longer peak. It's not just looking good or reproductive, but, you know, as far as status goes. And it's not that older women can't be high status as well, but in general, men age, we mature a little bit slower, but we age a little bit slower as well in certain respects. I mean, you can have kids at 60, 70 for men, it's possible. Women can't do that, so there's a difference there. Yeah, and just realize that things will get better. You're gonna age nicely, but only if you put yourself in a good position. Like, you can be broke and unhealthy at 30, 40, 50 and look like shit and have a bad life, poor options, poor execution. If you don't prioritize correctly, you don't hustle, you don't take care of your body, you don't work on your social life, you drink and party too much, you spend your weekends on that, your life's not going to get better. Your life's not going to get better and better automatically without doing anything, but it can and it will if you work hard towards that. So yeah, that's a lot of my approach, and the last couple of years seen a lot of payoff on that. And I think it's a reasonable thing. I see it's a reasonable thing to do, just kind of understanding the position of men in the world. So hope you find that useful. Young men who have made it this far and want more advice, check out my new book on life lessons for young men. I wish I had told me sooner. There'll be a link to that in the description, or you can search it on Amazon. Search me on Amazon, Travis Wu. Get that book, it will help you. And let me know what you think in the comments. Share down below. I appreciate you. Look forward to hearing what you have to say, and talk to you soon.